Yo, what's up? It's your boy Young Scoots, and welcome to another episode of Shots Called. Today we'll be ranking point guards on this tier list. It looks like we got a pretty decent amount here. I think it's 50. Yeah, I'll leave the link in the description for this tier list. So let's just get started. We got it on S tier, star, starter, bench, trash, and I guess you'll know my rankings as we go through and like how I grade everyone. So let's start off here first. Austin Rivers. I'm gonna put him in bench. He doesn't really do too much. He's kind of been turned into a 3-point specialist on Denver, but he still passes the ball pretty well. He's good size. He catches rebounds. He does a little bit of everything, but he's not like great in one thing. This looks like Aaron Holiday to me. I'm going to put him in bench above Austin Rivers. He essentially does everything Austin Rivers does, except a little better. He's not like the greatest scorer, but he's pretty good at passing the ball and catching rebounds. I like his game. This to me looks like Anthony Simons. I didn't think he was their backup point guard for Portland, but I'm also going to put him in bench. I'm going to put him behind Austin Rivers. He has the potential to be a good player, but he's just not quite there yet. Ben Simmons, man, this year, especially in the postseason, he's kind of let me down. I like Ben Simmons. He's a great defender. I hold defense at a very high regard, especially if you're a point guard. But outside of taking the basketball in and passing and rebounding, he doesn't really like affect the offensive side of like the floor, but he does do pretty good when it comes to defending and making sure people get their open shots. So I'm going to put him in the star tier. In fact, he's an all-star, so why contest it? I don't. Is this? It's not Dylan Brooks. I feel like we're gonna replace this dude with Tyus Jones because he's the backup for the Grizzlies. I'm gonna put Tyus Jones on bench as well, a little above Simons. Just imagine that's Tyus Jones. He had some good stretches with the Timberwolves whenever Rose or Teague was injured, and I think he did a pretty good job. On the Grizzlies, he fills his role well with passing the ball and scoring. You can definitely see his influence from Derrick Rose and all that. But yeah, I don't think he's ever going to make it to a solid starter or a star or that. He's just stuck here as a solid bench player. Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul. If this was all time, he would be an S tier. But he is S tier. Okay. He's just, all right. Everyone knows who Chris Paul is. He's like one of the greatest players of all time. He's a top 5, maybe top 10 point guard of all time. I'm going to place him here. Has a deadly mid-range shot. One of the greatest passers of all time. I got to stick him there. Kobe White, man. I'm going to put him at the top of bench. He's not a solid starter for me. He's really just kind of on the edge between bench and starter. He just needs, to pass the ball a little more and actually take decent shots instead of everything he does is like, oh, as soon as I get the ball, I'm looking to score. No. But he's close. If he gets that part of his game down, he's there. De'Aaron Fox, I'm going to put him in star for now. He's like at like the realm of like really good starter to star for me. He's like kind of on the cusp. Next year, I definitely have him taking the leap because he was already like a 22, 23 per game scorer. He's a really good passer, and he's getting his 3-point shot down. So I'm going to put him in the star for now. Yeah, he's definitely doing good. Garland, I'm going to have him as a solid starter. He's really improved confidence-wise, and his playmaking has improved. His shot creation has improved. He's definitely soon going to be a star point guard in the future. I feel that. Devontae Graham, I'm going to put as a solid starter. Really good vision to finding the open man. Although he can't really do much except for like shoot the three, His passing skills are like almost there with Ben Simmons, you know? Is this DJ Augustine? I'm gonna put him as a solid bench dude. I'm gonna put him ahead of Kobe White too. He's just solid all around. Dame Lillard, you know, man, you know this boy's S tier. I'm gonna put him ahead of Chris Paul too. Dame Lillard, when he hit that 360 step back three in that Denver game, man, and he's been doing it for years. Dude's a clutch player in general. Patty Mills, for me, he's like definition of a bench point guard. You know exactly what you're going to get out of him, and since he's on the Spurs, he's always going to be solid all around. He's going to get you those threes. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to play decent defense. That's just Patty Mills for you. For right now, he's like right there at like prime bench player, you know? Derrick Rose, easily a starter for me. In fact, ahead of Darius Garland. If I'm going to say it, Derrick Rose is like one of my favorite players of all time. Prime Derrick Rose, even like comeback Derrick Rose on Timberwolves, one of my favorite players to watch ever. But still solid scoring wise, has decent vision. But you know, if you're putting Derrick Rose in the game, he's going to get you a bucket. Ricky Rubio, I can't put him in trash. I'm going to put him, Ricky Rubio ahead of Augustine, but behind Patty Mills. Great passer, can't shoot, can play some defense. You know, he's just solid bench player. Dennis Schroeder, man, I'm gonna have to put him behind Rubio. He's really taken a downturn. I think his best is like when he is coming off the bench and not a starter like he is for the Lakers, but he will get you buckets, but he's hot and cold. Bledsoe, I'm gonna put here behind Kobe White. Everyone knows what he is. He's a good defender, but he can't do much of anything else. Elfrid Payton, all right, I see a lot of these tier lists on YouTube, but everyone's like, oh, he's trash. Elfrid Payton is not trash. Everyone be tripping. I'm going to put him, ahead of Austin Rivers. I love like how he's a really good passer. He catches rebounds, and when he is hitting his shots, he's hitting. So, but he's always a really solid like passer and rebounder. So I'm going to put him there. Van Vliet, I'm going to put him in solid starter ahead of Derrick Rose. One of the better three-point shooters in the league. Really good passer, a lot of charisma, really good dude. Goran Dragic, I would put him bench, but he's at the tail end of his career, and he's kind of off and on when it comes to playing for the Heat. So I'm going to put him here because like I feel like he's right there at retirement, and he hasn't been playing like as good as he usually does, and he's usually injured. This is George Hill. Yeah, I think this is George Hill or Grant Hill. I'm going to put him in trash for now. He used to be really solid, but he's not really doing too much lately. Is he still on the Bucks? No, he's on OKC. He's on OKC. This looks like Lou. Until I figure out who this is, we're going to just put that down there. Brunson, he would be a starter for me. I would put him here ahead of Garland. Great backup to Luka. Really, really good player. Solid all around. Drew Holiday, to me, is a star. Like tail end of star. Great defender. All NBA defender. When he's making shots, he's making them. Always been in the top 10 assists in the league for like at least 3 to 5 years now. He's just been really good. Ja Morant, I'm going to put here in star ahead of De'Aaron Fox. He's right there. He just needs to make that jump to S tier. But as of right now, he's led the Grizzlies in that short rebuild time to be a playoff team. And he's just all around, like really fucking good. This is Jamal Murray. He's also up here at star. I would put him behind Drew though. He just can't seem to stay healthy long enough, and he's just one of those like as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, just shot. He's not much of a passer, but he will get you buckets. Jeff Teague, I'll put him in trash too. He's at the tail end of his career, although he does heat up every once in a while. John Wall, solid starter. I put him ahead of Van Fleet too because he had a really good year in Houston. He still got it. He still got it. Don't know who this is. We're gonna move this down. Kyrie, I'm gonna put him in star. He used to be S tier, but in fact, he's top of star for right now. Just the way that Kyrie plays is like breathtaking to watch, but when you like hinder your team because you choose not to play for like a month to go out and party with your family or something when you know you have this obligation. You're getting paid like 30 something mil a year and you don't choose to play for like a month. That kind of pisses me off. So you're in there, but he would be S tier if he just had the right obligations, you know. Kyle Lowry, I'm going to put him in star as well. He's in here with the Drew Holiday, Murray. I don't know where to put him. He's just somewhere in here. I'm going to put him behind Murray, but he's always been solid. One of the best passers in the game, one of the best three-point shooters in the game, and he shows up in big moments for sure. Kendrick Nunn, he's a good bench player. I would put him like somewhere in here. Yeah. Kemba. All right, Kemba is in my top 3 players of all times to watch. Everyone's like, oh, he's like Kyrie. No, Kemba is a straight up killer. I can't put him in star just because of this season. He was injured, but I'm going to put him in a solid starter above John Wall. LaMelo, my boy. LaMelo, great passer. I can't put him in star yet because he's like right there, but I'm going to put him behind Kemba for now. He's like a Luka Doncic type player, but next year he'll definitely either be S tier or star. Luka, definite S tier. I can't put him ahead of Dame though. Everyone knows what Luka does. One of the best passers, best rebounders for a point guard there is. And LeBron, I don't consider him a point guard. Lonzo, I'm going to put him in solid starter for now. He's growing as a player. I would put him ahead of John Wall and right behind his brother. Great playmaker, can see the floor, passes really great. You can just see it in his mind. He thinks like 2 plays ahead and is like improving from the 3-point line. So I'm going to have him there. Brogdon, oh, this is another tough one. I would have him up in star, but he's a solid starter for me too. He's like right there. He could be with Kyle Lowry right there at the end, but I just don't see it yet. Maybe next year if he like balls out of his mind. I know he's balling this year, but for a great passer, shoots on really good efficiency. Markelle, I'm going to put him at the bottom of solid starters. And when he was healthy, he was playing really good. Is this Monte Morris? I'll figure that out later. I don't know who that is. Pat Bev, bench player. Shit. I would put him ahead of Kobe White. No, ahead of Augustine too. One of the better defensive guards in the league. Can't really shoot. Doesn't pass too often, but when he does, he's good. Why are there 2 pictures of Patty Millsall here? Reggie Jackson, Reggie Jackson came into the playoffs doing great, but I can't put him in starter. He's still not there for me yet. He's right in this tier at like the top bench players. Rondo, very end of bench player. He's at the end of his career. Ricky Rubio's in here twice. That's weird. Russ, I'm still going to have him in star. One of the greatest passers of all time. I'm going to put him ahead of Ben Simmons. Steph Curry, man. Steph Curry. S tier. Not even a doubt. He's top 5 point guard of all time. One of the greatest shooters of all time. In fact, top of S tier. Dinwiddie, I'm going to have him as a solid starter. I'm going to put him up here with, in this John Wall positioning. I'm going to put him here like between actually Rose and Brunson. He was injured like literally all year. But next year I have him coming back. He's a great scorer, a great bucket getter. Shai Gilgeous. Is he more the shooting guard or is he the point guard? I think he's a shooting guard, so I'm not gonna put him in here. Trey, S tier. Is like right on the cusp of S tier and star. Man, but after this playoff run, he definitely proved S tier to me. You know, I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, so I'm a little biased. And plus, man, he scored 30 points a game last year. Come on. And he led the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. So he's got to be S tier for sure. Conley, he's not a star to me, although he made the All-Star, but he would be top of like the solid starters. He's just on like with Jeff Teague and Dragic are at the tail end of his career. He's kind of regressing, but without Conley, the Jazz would not be where they are because Conley makes the plays work. Great passer, really good shooter, just really good all around. D'Lo, I'm gonna have to put him in solid starter after this year. I'm gonna put him ahead of Lonzo, but behind LaMelo. He's just really hot and cold to me, you know? Like, sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's really bad. It just depends on the game. DeJounte Murray, solid starter. It's just solid, like, all around. I would have to put him, right there between Garland and Devontae Graham. All right, I figured out who this is. This is Ish Smith. Bench player, for sure. In fact, I would put him, right here between Bev and Augustine. And the rest of them, I don't really know who these guys are. If this was Campazzo, let's imagine this was Campazzo, I would put him as a solid bench player. In fact, a really good bench player. I would put him here above Kobe White. And the rest of them, I just don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like seeing how I'd rank the point guards right now. Hopefully no one's too pissed, but it's my opinion, so I don't give a damn. So hope you guys enjoyed. Until the next time, it's your boy Young Scoots, and this was Shots Called.